Hey guys, it's Quickly again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the AOSPA, or also known as Paranoid Android, for the OnePlus 3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, Paranoid Android is one of the oldest custom ROMs available on the Android scene, and it is considered one of the guru ROMs, the other one being AOKP, which is Android Open Source Kang project, and also CyanogenMod. Now this has been a long, really what should I say? It's been a very amazing ROM for most other devices. All the devices which I had personally were not blessed with a AOSPA ROM. This basically, it was called Paranoid Android, and then it was converted to Android Open Source Paranoid Android. So yeah, it is basically a stock ROM with a bit of extra features. So that is it. Let's get started now. First of all, in the settings menu, you will see that this is not a CyanogenMod based mod, so you won't be having a lot of stuff which is available in CyanogenMod based ROM, like customizable tiles, status bar, etc. They won't be available here, so this, you have to consider this as a very other standalone style ROM. So yeah, let's get started. In the about phone page, you can see this is the OnePlus 3, that is a 3003. Android version is 6.0.1. The Android security patch level is July, so that is the latest one. This version right now is the release version. I believe it's the release version for the 1st of August, so that is the latest version right now available as the filming time. So yeah, let's get on the other stuff now. As I've already said, this doesn't have a ton of features, but it still has a lot of features to differentiate it from the stock Android market. So let's get started now. Bluetooth works. I have actually used Bluetooth on my headphones, and it is working. Wi-Fi works. Now, SIM card, something which I had a gripe with the official CyanogenMod releases, is that deactivating the second SIM does not remove the second SIM details from the status bar, but on this one it works as if on a Oxygen OS. If you disable that, it's completely out of the picture, so that's something which I really appreciate. In the more option, it does have NFC. You can enable that. Beam is supported, mobile plan, all of that is available, and I don't see emergency broadcast, which I'm really thankful for, because that's just a waste of precious space and precious memory. That's just a spam tool. So yeah. So in the other stuff, let's go to display option. The display option, you do have brightness slider, adaptive brightness, wallpaper, press power button twice for camera, daydream, which is pretty nice. Ambient display is available, so that is really nice for an AMOLED display. Font size selector is available. I just changed it to normal so that you can see better. And my device is rotated, okay, when the device is rotated. And cast. Simple, really simple options, so nothing special here. Notification sounds can be enabled or disabled. You do have a lot of stuff here. Also vibrate for call. Do not disturb option, you can actually change to even automatic rules with, depending on the time of the day, event, etc. Phone ringtone, default ringtone notification, other sounds. In the other sounds, you can also disable all of these. Vibrate on touch, all of that can be disabled. Notification, app notification, do not disturb access, also can be changed to your liking. App notification changed. All of these are available in the stock basic Android version also, so nothing special here. Buttons, now this is where stuff gets interesting. It does have all the buttons. All the buttons are remappable, so you can actually change every little detail of it. So double tap action, open close menu, which is really nice. I would be keeping long pressing the recent button for open or closing the menu button. Also, it does have all of these options. I would have liked to have, in the double tap action, I would have liked to have a turn off screen by double tapping the home button, because I actually use that a lot, because when you have fingerprint setup, you normally use this for unlock. So I would have loved to have the same button for locking also. So yeah, it doesn't have that, but hey, something is available. You can actually change everything to all of these available options, so that's really nice. Something else which is available is that you can actually swap the slider modes. Actually, if you enable that, the bottom position of the slider means it's silent, and if you put it on the top, it's normal. So I personally feel this should have been how it is in on the phone, because you go down, it's down, the sound's down, you go up, everything's down. So yeah, you do have that option, but I'm kind of calibrated to this one right now, so I would personally be keeping it on the old style. So yeah, just for you guys know, it does have gestures. Now this one takes a huge leap above the what gestures is offered in Cyanogen mod or the Oxygen OS. It has a lot more functionality. Let's get started now. You can actually customize a lot of the gestures in here, but only thing mixing again is that you don't have an application selector, so that kind of restricts a bit, but still you do have a lot of options. Now I have enabled one finger swipe up for camera. I'll also enable something like one finger swipe right for let's see, open dialer. So when the screen is off, I can swipe up to open the camera application, and it will open up the camera application. So that is really nice. Also, if I swipe to the right side, it will open the dialer. So this is really amazing. This kind of reminds me of the smart gestures in HTC phones. So you do have that, but again, if you have fingerprint enabled, you will have to again press one more button to just have that done. So yeah, it kind of mixed bag here. It also has the basic ones like the draw circle for camera, draw V for flashlight, and all that is still available. And also you have these many extra gestures which you can try out on your screen. And also it has prevent accidental wake up, which although it's always welcome in my phone. So yeah, now regarding the battery life, the battery life was pretty good. I personally felt the battery was not at par with the Oxygen OS, but still much better than Cyanogen mod. Cyanogen mod, I'm not saying Cyanogen mod battery life is bad. It's not. It's really not just bad. But out of the bunch, I feel Cyanogen mod is lagging behind because of all its features. I haven't actually tried the official Cyanogen mod yet, so I really can't say it's because of that. But the other ROMs like AOSP, AOKP, other heavily modified Dirty Unicorn, all of that ROM really do suck a lot of battery life out of your phone. So yeah, it happens. On this ROM, this is a pretty good middle ground between Oxygen OS and Cyanogen mod. So yeah, now in the ambient display option, you do have extra options for ambient display like tilt sensor, also enable, hand wave, pocket mode, and always enable as soon as the screen turns off. So you do have that option, so nice to see that. Now themes, as I've already said, this is not Cyanogen mod, but still this supports the Cyanogen mod theme engine, which is amazing. I am a huge fan of this, and I have already enabled this theme. The only thing is this doesn't support boot animation changing, but I'm okay with that. I like to change the status bar. As you can see, I have already changed that, and I'm a really huge fan of all the color scheme of Hydrogen OS. Now in the developers options, you do have a basic settings available like advanced reboot, which can be enabled, and advanced reboot in this ROM is something which I personally like. I will be showing you guys in a bit now. USB debugging is enabled. All of these are available and really useful. Pretty much it. Only thing which I really would have liked more is the all these settings. I would have liked the slider, or at least an option of 0.75x, which is my taste for anything which regarding the animation. So yeah, that much is it in the settings menu. Apart from that, all the applications in here are specially made for this ROM, because this is a AOSP ROM. This is not Cyanogen mod based, so you do have a lot more extra stuff here. So let's get started. I've already installed a few of them like Ampere to check if dash charging is working, and dash charging is working, so you can rest assured with that. And to do benchmarks, I've already run a benchmarks test. Calendar is basically the old style Google Calendar, so that is available and it's assuring. The messaging app is available, and it's basically the messenger from Google, but it doesn't have that feel to it, so that's just there. So I'm not entirely sure how to describe that, but hey, it's there. So let's get to the notification drawer. In the notification drawer, you can see this is the basic marshmallow style notification drawer, nothing special here. But in the tiles option, you do have two extra tiles available, which are floating peak and immersive mode. So these are the two tiles available. You have to press a little plus icon here. Right now the plus icon is gone because I've already added all the tiles which is available. Now let's get to the stuff now. Immersive mode, you can actually enable immersive mode, and the status bar and nav bar, if you're using one, will go away, and you can just disable that from here. Also pretty nice to see. All the location tile settings and all that are pretty unique to this one. Now something which I really like is the floating peak. So whenever the phone has a notification and it peeks out, you have the option to open them in float window rather than a full-on window. So that is really amazing. You can see open app in floating window when a peak notification is tapped. So I will be showing you guys. You can also disable that if you are not into that. So yeah, let me show you guys that. If I click that, this will be giving me an option to see this in the float window rather than just changing my background task and giving me another stuff. So that is really amazing. I really like that, and yeah, I wish this was available in more ROMs. Let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. So here is the boot animation for AOSPA ROM, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's really smooth, it's really crisp, and it's very unique. So I like this a lot. And it changes to AOSPA, so that's amazing. So yeah, let me show you guys the Antutu benchmark score, which is pretty cool. So there you have it. That's the score which I received like multiple times. I've run this like 3 or 4 times, and this is really high. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Probably because of the 3D score, because on other CM based ROMs the 3D score was much lower than normal. So normally what I got in this ROM, and the score is about 151,000, and the lowest I got was like 149,000, which is still higher than most scores which I received on this phone. So yeah, that's really nice. Even the ranking says 140,000 for the OnePlus 3. So yeah. Now let me just tell you guys about the camera. The camera is available. You can actually click photos with it, and it works out pretty nicely. But there is a bit of an FC issue. If you select settings, it just stops. So I am using kind of a different camera for that, and it works beautifully. I like that, and I really don't have any issues with that. So yeah, just so you guys know, use another third-party camera option if you're going to use this ROM as a daily driver. I guess that much is it about the ROM. All in all, this is a very stable, very good, battery friendly, but still customizable ROM compared to the stock one. So that is what I really like about this ROM. And float window is really nice, and overall it's a very great daily driver. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.